Good morning, world changers. It is another week. It's Monday morning and the start of another exciting week of self-discovery. So, as you know by now, every day I pose a thought-provoking question, and the idea is you take 10 minutes out, write the question in your journal and reflect on that question to get to know yourself better. Because when we take this time out and gift ourselves time to really get to know ourselves, that's when we can start working out what we're all about, what our dreams, goals, hopes, desires are, and perhaps what our limiting beliefs and fears and everything else that might be holding us back from creating those dreams and desires. And when we have a personal development practice, a consistent personal development practice, i.e. doing something every day to work on yourself and improve yourself and create the life that you really want to live, then that's when our world starts to change, because we start to think better, and when we think better we make better choices, and when we make better choices we get better results, and that's when our world starts to change. So today's question, I really liked today's question because I think it's on the subject of making mistakes, and I think we don't realise the opportunity of growth that comes from mistakes, and we often berate ourselves. So today's question is, what is the process you go through when learning from mistakes? So think about some of the mistakes that you've made in your life, and think about the process that you've made, you've had. Has it been, have you looked at it as an opportunity to learn and to grow and think, oh, how could I have done that better? What could I do differently next time? Or do you just go into critical mode, berating yourself and just going on a downward spiral that sends you into, I'm never doing that again, I'm not going to try again, and no, that's it, I'm just going to stay where I am because it never works out, and you just go into this horrible negative space, and that knocks your confidence from ever giving something a go again. So the thing is, when we view a mistake as an opportunity to learn, that completely changes our mindset. I think I said it the other day actually, that when we stay in our comfort zone, if we never ever make mistakes, it's because we're staying in our comfort zone and we're not trying to change our life in any way or trying new things, and you'll never create really anything from just staying there. You'll stay stagnant, and that's absolutely fine if you're completely happy where you are. But most people in life operate from a place of a kind of underlying dissatisfaction. They know they want more from life, but not taking the action to create more from their lives. So some sub-questions for you to consider when you're thinking about this review. So I've said about, do you see the mistakes as an opportunity to learn, or do you berate yourself for making them in the first place? So the next question is, how have mistakes made you more resilient? So again, think about the mistakes that you've have made. Did they make you stronger? Did you come back with a better action plan, or did it send you in the downward spiral? If it did send you in the downward spiral, what could you do differently? Really think about what the missing elements were, why it didn't work out, and what could you implement to make sure that it will work out the next time. Think about what have been the key learning points from previous mistakes. So again, it's really unpicking it and thinking, where did it go wrong? Did I not plan properly? Did I not have the right resources? Did I not take the correct steps? Did I try to get ahead of myself? Did I not have the right role model? Did I, what is it? Were the skills that you had to learn in the process that you just skipped over? I know I'm terribly guilty about this. I am somebody that has lots of ideas. I'm gung-ho, I'm spontaneous, I want to just go and do it. But when it comes to the detail, I hate it. I hate planning. It is not my strong point at all. And when somebody says, come on, make a plan, I just want to stab myself. I'm like, oh my God. However, It's something I'm really forcing myself to do, because when you take the time to plan something and work out the different stages and the steps, then it makes life so much easier to get to the point that you want to. Because I'm guilty of focusing on the end goal, and I don't think about the steps in between that I need to get there. I just want to get there, and I skip the bit in the middle, and that is so vitally important. And finally, the last question is, the sub-question is, how does it make you a better decision maker? So, again, thinking about some mistakes that you've made in your life, learning from that, using as an opportunity, what are some of the better decisions you could have made, and how will that help you in future? So, it's I really love this question, because it's often we do see mistakes as a really negative thing, but mistakes they're brilliant, actually. I know they're painful at the time, don't get me wrong. I know how painful they are. I've made enough of them in my lifetime. However, nothing is a mistake if you learn from it. So always remember that. Nothing is a mistake if you learn from it. So maybe you needed to go through that process, and you'll understand when you move on and it does become, whatever happens as an outcome of that mistake, you'll understand why it worked out the way it did and what you had to learn from that in the process. So be kind to yourself with this question. It's not, again, none of this is about berating yourself. It's about being curious, laugh at yourself, have a bit of a sense of humour of some of the silly things that you could have done or you could have done better. We've all been there, we've all done it, but it's not about being critical. So share your comments below. Join our Change Your World personal development group, which is private and free. You can share your reflections in there if you'd rather do it in a space that's a bit more confidential. It's not quite as public, but there's a whole community of people working on themselves, and like-minded individuals all supporting each other. So come on board, join us there. And if you're enjoying this 100 days of self-discovery, tag somebody in, post, share it on social media, and allow somebody else to grow, self-discover, work out who they're about, and make their dreams a reality and create the life that they really want to live. Because when we do that, when we all live up to our true potential, it changes the world. So spread the love, and let people know that you're doing this. Don't be embarrassed to say you're doing this, because you're one of the minute part of the population that are going to work on themselves and are valuing themselves and making themselves a priority. Because when we don't make ourselves a priority, who the hell else is going to? Anyway, that's my check-in for today, and that's a question. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great week, and go for it. Enjoy life, embrace it, and live an empowered life. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. Cheerio, bye.